A wa is a woman and a woman is a wa. I don't think that the W deserves three syllables. I think instead was can join men as one syllable genders because heteronormativity is dead. Transsexuals are trans, there's no question. LGBTQIA has a legitimate point you must give them, especially when the intersex come out with the trump card that they have balls in their ovary slots. That there are people, and many people, that just don't fit our preconceptions or our enforced patriarchal conceptions, if you prefer. That is not the focus of this video. The focus of this video is emotions. I have them, you have them. Google says women express them more often. A Google search, are women more emotional, will show up with the established scientific consensus that socially women express their emotions more frequently and more dramatically than men do. And I can think of some instances where a woman has just broken into tears and I've been like, I don't understand, like I don't compute it. And what is it that women have discovered that gives them that advantage is what I want to focus on. What is it that men are missing out on in this heteronormative conversation that women have discovered? No, expressing emotions pays off politically. Because once you express an emotion, the only way of understanding it is putting yourself in the shoes of the person expressing the emotion. And if you reject the emotion, or you claim that it's a waste or it's petty or whatever, you are at a gigantic disadvantage because you can be easily portrayed as an uncaring oaf, a person that's just rushing ahead without concern about people's feelings. The ideal state for most humans is an empathetic, liberal, touchy bag of self-defending power and respect for others. That's what people like. And so expressing your emotions cashes in on that time and time again. And so I will, announce my major emotion right now is disappointment. So I'm cashing in. Give me what kudos or whatever that entails for you. I don't see why that advantage, now that it's been pointed out and explicitly, I think, condemned. I think it's an unfair advantage. I think because if you go into a life or a conversation, it's assumed you have emotions. And so if you say, I'm sad, it's kind of like you're trying something. And I've seen this happen. So in jail, there was an old black guy, and he just sat down in front of a group of people and just frowned. Like that. I mean, without the lip. Like this. I can't do it as well as he could. My brow furrows, and I look angry. He just looks sad. And I was like, hey man, is there any way I can help you? And he was like, I'd like a candy bar. And it was obvious to me at the time that he knew this would work and that this was a strategy and an effective one to get what he wanted. We give was what they want. We don't arrest as many was. We don't harass was in the same way that we harass men. Cops treat was with kid gloves, and it's just assumed that they deserve it. And sometimes they just don't. And there's this, the battle of the sexes becomes a melee when you break up the concept of female and male, as LGBTQIA people have done. And I don't even think Q is a legitimate letter in that series. Like transgender, intersex, I got. Lesbian, gay, transsexual, I got it. But queer? Just being weird? Like, do I get anything for saneism? For being absolutely, actually insane and eccentric in a qualifiable way? I am a statistical oddity. Does that mean anyone gives me more respect or time or whatever? How do we cash in to get what we want? People that want to legalize cocaine are not getting what they want at all, ever. We are not getting a hearing. We are not getting a repetition of our talking points. We are a class of completely disadvantaged political actors with no cards up our sleeves at all. I don't see any hope for the anti-drug war extremist, the consistent thinker that wants a ramping down of this war on our own populace and on innocent businessmen that just want to be a part of the drug market. I want to be a cocaine dealer. In order for me to do that, it needs to be illegal because I've put myself at risk with the law and I can't, so it has to be legal for me to do it. It just does. So I can conceive of ways to get around that. I could get a prescription. I could figure I don't want to. I just want us to legalize LSD, cocaine. And look, if you want to be in a private, gated community where drugs are not allowed, and you want to raise your family in that community, and you want to have some kind of oversight and implementation of that agenda, I've got no problem with you. That's fine. But we've got it banned entirely. It's not decriminalized. It's absolutely criminalized. It is go to jail for years level unreasonable. And, obviously it doesn't stop there. I'm also a person that wants to film other people. HIPAA prevents me from filming any one of my acquaintances. Everyone I live with, everyone that works here, I have to go next door to even think about asking somebody if I can film them. This is not fair to me. This is not what I want. But I don't express that emotion too often. I guess I'm doing it now. We need to cash in on our emotions because they are getting swept under the rug. I get bi-weekly or tri-weekly calls with my daughter. Like the level of frustration that I have, if properly communicated, would be very repetitively annoying. I would make this noise. Wah, 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 wah. And I don't, because I'm masculized into a world where I don't want to express my emotions. I just want to have fewer of them. And in order for that to happen, I need certain standards to be met. We have not been meeting our standards. And I don't see a way out. I watch Jimmy Dore. I watch TYT. They are different. They are at odds. I watch no shows on the right because most of them are insufferable to me because they seem like cowards. That's just my perspective right now. Maybe that'll evolve and I'll find somebody that I can handle. I don't even like Sager because his anti-pot position reminds me of his stupidity in an invasive way for my brain, the way it works. What's my point? Look, I have a point. And I guess that's my point. For goodness sake, we've got to change things. How can we do it? YouTube is becoming television. I just watched an ad for a fast food restaurant. This is not the internet that I grew up with. This is not the internet where I typed in hell.com and it said, "We have hacked your computer. Now ask yourself why it is you chose to come to this website. It is clearly something about you." I did that as a teenager. It was a real website. Real people made it. That's the internet that I grew up with. We're going to have a televised internet. There's going to be commercials within our shows, and commercials within those commercials will eventually crop up. How can we abolish money and its terrible corrupting influence on everything? I don't know the answer. I'm just expressing an emotion. So I get that notion now, and I'll do it more often. I think it's important for men to catch up. I think we're falling behind. Thanks. Take care. Have a great day. And please like and comment. It's a commercial within a commercial of a commercial. That's the internet now. It's unbelievable. It's unacceptable. Thanks. Again, I'm not mean. I'm a good person. Have a good day.